Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN, Tiger Financial News Network. What we're going to do today, folks, is go over the S&P 500, the Dow Industrials, and the NASDAQ. If you had seen the last video, we were talking about the ABC structure on the way up. We're at highs, no volume. What we're going to be talking about today is where we are, where I think we're going to go, and why we're going to go there. So let's take a look at these charts right now. We're going to start with the S&P 500. And what you're looking at here, folks, is that, of course, if you watched the last video, we're finishing up an ABC on the way up, hit the 1555 mark, extended the ABC structure on the way up, no volume, end of the move. What do we do coming off that move? Monster move on the way down with conviction. With conviction, of course, means wide price spread and volume. Volume just blew out of the S&Ps. These are weekly volumes. You can see the dramatic difference in the bars. You're talking 4.5 billion on an average basis. So I could get it individually, but the bottom line is that you can see the size of the move. It's absolutely huge. Now, what we're doing here is an ABC on the way down. And it's a very large A to B structure, so you're going to see some real destruction in this marketplace. The next move down is that we are going into the March 2007 lows. You can see the one-to-one ABC structure is 1337. The lows out here at approximately 1386. This low is 1363. You're going to get into here. It's probably going to take this low out, and we'll see what kind of volume we get on the way down here. Now, what you also have, this would be a 100% move or move. So what I expect is that as we get down to that level, you will get a bounce. And what you can see here is confluence is also right at that level. The bottom of confluence, and confluence is that you just take two separate trends, and you're looking for agreement of two Fibonacci zones. And that's the agreement right in there. And you can see 1337 was the ABC structure on the way down. 1347 is the bottom of confluence. So you can expect we'll get down there in the first move down. Now, what's also here, and that we got a confirmation on last week, is this. See how we came down with conviction? Well, we also broke the whole uptrend in the channel that goes from the lows of July of 2006. That sets up that the S&P wants to come down to 1228. First level will be up here at the 1335. It'll build some more cause to get down to the 1228. So this is a big move. If we have volume there, then watch out, because you can, bottom line, we'll take it step by step. We get over and we take a look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ has somewhat the same type of setup. The NASDAQ has basically finished its ABC structure on the way up. And you can see even this level right here that when we came down in February, you can see the type of volume we came down on, huge volume. Go back up on no volume. We've done the first A to B structure of the ABC down. And, of course, the high is your A point. Your low is your B point. Your counter trend bounces you see. That gives you a setup that we're going to go down to 2339. And that 2339, of course, is going to come right into the lows that were generated. 2340, pretty amazing, is a low that was generated in March. Now, what you also have in the NASDAQ is this. You can see that when we came down with conviction, we broke the channel line from the lows that were established in July of 2006. And this is a big number, because this is saying that the NASDAQ wants to go to 2,000. And if you remember, the high was 2724. That's a big number. We get volume down there, it can go lower. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. Dow Industrials, a lot different setup, actually, in the Dow. The Dow has been the strongest indice in the marketplace. The Dow is doing an ABC down. You can see the volume coming off the top. You can see the volume that we had in February. Down volumes where it's at, meaning that there's been a huge amount of distribution in the marketplace on the way up. You take a look at this ABC structure on the way down, and you have a situation that right now the Dow wants to get down to approximately, you can see the A to B is 12,373. We're going to get into this area. The low there is 12,039. So the first leg down, it looks like you're not even going to get into the bottom of it. What we haven't done in the Dow yet is this. We haven't broke the channel line from the bottom of 10,700. So right now, That's not in jeopardy. What is in play right now is that we're going to go down to the levels of the March of 2007. So to recap, what we're looking for is this. NASDAQ, what you're looking at is that March 2007. That's on the table right now, which is 2340. S&P cash, what we're looking at is the March 2007 lows, which is 1373, but the ABC structure is 1337, so that's going to get lower. And the Dow Industrials, which is still the strongest indice out there, is looking for approximately 12,400 to 12,700. I want to thank you for joining us today, folks. Remember, you can get my radio program each and every day right at TFNN. We go from 10 to 11 in the morning, 4 to 6 in the afternoon. You get us 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. If you happen to be in the commodity market, we do the gold report. I also have a daily newsletter that goes out called Market Insights. And if you haven't got time in the trade yet, my book, How Price and Volume Move Markets, you can get that right on our website at TFNN. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Look forward to speaking to you again, folks.